Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Prince Harry is apparently self-isolating because he's due to return to the UK amid Prince Philip's health fears. Now, this could possibly signify that he would like to come back and enter into a crisis talk to rearrange his breakaway via Megxit right before March. I think that Meghan and Harry are on the verge of having their titles stripped away from them come March 1st, which is when their Megxit review actually goes ahead. Now, there were loads and loads of reports earlier in the year, in January, that the Megxit review has been cancelled and it will not be going ahead, but I don't think that is the case. I think that Megxit is happening because we know that they just released information that Meghan and Harry have officially been stripped of their patronages because they have basically said that they will never ever come back to the UK and return as working senior members of the firm. So it's rather interesting. I don't know if his visit to the UK, as I said, is entirely about Prince Philip's health, his ailing grandfather, but it could be. But then again, on the other hand, Harry hasn't exactly shown much empathy for his family or anyone else outside of his relationship with Meghan. So it's hard to perceive that he is really concerned with Prince Philip's health, but only time can tell. So the article is titled Prince Harry Self-Isolating, Duke Readies for UK Return Amid Prince Philip Health Fears. Prince Harry is reportedly self-isolating at his mansion in California in case his grandfather, Prince Philip's condition goes downhill and he has to rush back to the UK. The Duke of Edinburgh, 99, is spending a third night in hospital after being admitted on Tuesday. Harry is reportedly self-isolating at home with pregnant Meghan and their young son Archie in case he needs to return to Britain. The Mirror cited a source saying Harry has made arrangements to fly by private jet if necessary. The source said Harry is of course concerned for his grandfather's welfare and is being kept regularly informed on his condition. He's chosen to stay in case he is required to return to the UK at short notice. It is understood Harry, who quit royal duties last March, would be tested for the virus before leaving the US upon his arrival in the UK. It comes as America could be added to the red list of countries where passengers are forced to quarantine in the government's hotels, but members of the royal family have special privileges to travel, meaning Harry would not have to do this. Philip, who turns 100 in June, was described as being in good spirits after he was admitted to the private King Edward Hospital in central London for an undisclosed reason, although it is not virus related. The Duke's admission is a precautionary measure on the advice of His Royal Highness's doctor after feeling unwell. The Duke is expected to remain in hospital for a few days of observation and rest. It is understood the decision to admit Philip was taken with an abundance of caution. Royal expert Penny Junor jokes that medics probably would not want him on their shift due to his aversion to people fussing over him. The royal author told BBC Breakfast, "I think he can be quite blunt, and I think if he felt people were fussing over him, he could be quite outspoken about that." Philip has been spending the lockdown at Windsor Castle with the Queen. They both received their first virus jabs in January, and it goes on here, and that's pretty much the end of the article. Interestingly enough, this Express article has 447 comments, which is quite high for an Express article, so I'm going to see what people are saying. Having read the story, I'm not entirely sure as to whether Harry is really even coming at all, but that could just be my own personal reservations. I don't know if he would fly back to come and see his grandfather. He could possibly be, but I think if Harry's going to fly back to the UK, it's going to be to wrap up his Megxit deal affairs. We know that Meghan will not be coming because obviously she's pregnant. And she didn't come to the last Megxit summit, so she always allows Harry to kind of face the music on his own. I think that's the real reason. Their Megxit is going ahead in 9 days, the 1st of March, I believe it is. They're going to have this Megxit crisis kind of review, and I think that that's the real reason why Harry is prepping to get back to UK soil. I would really love to be a fly on the wall and really see what is going on there. I would really like to see what will be discussed and the type of things that Harry will possibly be begging for to be put back into his hands. We know that they have really fought their hardest to maintain royal lineage and relations. They've also stated on numerous occasions that Harry is still in the line of succession, which seems to be something that Meghan and Harry are very mindful of to keep and are very proud of. If that gets stripped during the Megxit deal, then that will be a major blow for Meghan and Harry. I think it will be quite painful for them to see that happen. I'm going to read a couple of the comments because they're always funny. So, Linda has said, the rules in this country, as others have said, is you self-isolate in this country for 10 days in a hotel, no exceptions for royalty, no matter who they are. The only way around this, as I see it, is the Green Warrior Prince hires a private jet and it lands on the grounds at Windsor. Then he self-quarantines there, well away from the Queen. Any deviation away from this will not go down well in this country from this prince who has spat in the faces of the citizens of the UK. So, no special treatment. After all, he does not work for us anymore, even though he is clinging on to the titles for dear life. Ironic when he hated being a royal so much. Someone else has said, Harry has mansions, jets and palaces to isolate in. I don't think he will be very concerned about self-isolating. He won't be crammed in a holiday inn with the normal people. Someone else has gone on to say, Harry is pretty much a hypocrite, a climate activist, yet flies everywhere by private jet while his brother and family fly commercial airlines. Another has said, if he is no longer royal, why should he be able to fly in a private jet and not quarantine in a hotel as any other non-royal person has to do? He hasn't bothered about his grandparents since quitting royal life. In fact, he has distressed and embarrassed them both disgustingly over the past year. So why then pretend about being concerned now? If he does come back by jet, then he had not better go on about climate change. Why can he not fly commercial? So who really knows? Maybe he really does want to come back. It's a shame that Meghan will not be coming back because that would make for some good tea. I'll be back with another video, guys. Until next time, take care.